Now we will discuss the manifold. For those who don't know what it is, I will explain. The manifold is a metallic part that allows the branching of low-pressure hoses. One hose enters, and at the exit we can have 3, 4 or more hoses, as many as we need. Normally the manifold looks like this. For example, this model will permit the connection of up to 6 hoses. There are some smaller models that connect only 2 hoses. Manifolds have different ways of mounting. For example, this manifold is attached directly to the backplate or adapter. It doesn't move. It's fixed. Why is this good? Because all hoses are in place. But it is difficult to change their length. This is why hoses should be adjusted very precisely. Such a manifold isn't fixed. It moves. But all the hoses hang loosely and are not kept in place. When I decided to make a manifold for the Rebreather, I started with ridding all the imperfections and disadvantages of previous models. This is a manifold for 6 hoses, this is for 3, and this is the Rebreather's manifold for 9 hoses. Thanks to its size, you can connect all the hoses you may ever need for different situations and choose the most suitable place for each. Now we will talk about the manifold's mounting. As I mentioned, a manifold that is attached to the plate with bolts has an advantage of holding all the hoses in the correct position, but doesn't allow the adjustment of the hoses when diving conditions change. When I changed from wetsuit to dry suit, or a thin undersuit to a 400 weight undersuit, all my hoses would become too long or too short. This is why divers often use longer hoses that dangle everywhere untidily. If we use a non-fixed manifold for 3, 5 or 6 hoses, we can see that there are still hoses dangling. Шланги постоянно болтаются во все стороны. Если мы не прикрутим манифольд, который имеет 3, 5, 6 шлангов, они будут болтаться во все стороны. I decided to get rid of all these imperfections and upgrade my manifold. Thus, the first adjustable sliding manifold in the world appeared. Its advantages. First, its mounting. It takes only a second. You just slot it in place. Now it's fixed and all hoses are on their place. The second advantage, thanks to the sliding manifold, it gives you 10 centimeters of additional hose adjustment. You need these centimeters when using thin undersuits or the ability to hide them when diving in a wetsuit. The only length being changed is the length of the hose between the manifold and the first stage, removing any unnecessary length. Thank you.